From learning about them as a means to make more money on a job to now following them as a passion and starting my own brand, uh, my journey through time has been anything but conventional. Hi, my name is George Alexander. I am the co founder, the CEO, the chief watch designer, and chief perfumer of Maison de Filion. I am also known as the Black Horologist as part of our channel. Welcome to Inside La Maison on the Maison de Filion channel. Getting right into it, as stated before, my start in timepieces really happened when I started working in jewelry. I started working at Jared, the Gallery of Jewelry, in 2017. And my boss at the time, Mr. John Stefaniak, um, told me if I wanted to get good as I was waiting to become diamond certified, that I should learn watches because they needed somebody who could be a real expert in that field. So I really immersed myself in the brands that we carried at the time. We carried Omega, which had a profound influence on Maison de Filion. As we carried Tissot, and I actually forged a very, very good relationship with our Tissot representative. We had Tag, which another great brand. I've got one. I was able to gift a friend of mine one as well. Um, we had Movado, Rado, Shinola, Citizen, Boulevard, and Michelle. So we had quite a few. We had quite a few different brands. We ended up selling pre-owned Rolex towards the end of my time there. But I had always really, really loved watches, but didn't know anything about them until I started working in jewelry. So it was really, really nice to be able to learn more about them, kind of figure out what I could bring to the table, and see kind of where there was I guess, a lack of representation of Black people within the watch space. So in learning about watches and getting more in-depth knowledge of watches, I became the luxury timepiece guru for my store, and eventually, as one does, right, one ends up thinking, "Hey, I can do this," um, and the sketches started. Um, and I had some really, really great ones before, but then my cousin Taka bought me a sketchbook for Christmas, and it was the second page of that sketchbook. I drew what would end up becoming Pistris Lapis, the first of our Pistris collection. The entire collection is available for pre-order on maisondefilion.com, but we'll get to that in a moment. And I started borrowing elements from brands like Cartier, like Omega, like Jacob and Company, like Piaget, like Beauvais in my designs. And I tried to, kind of make it my own, synthesize a brand that I could be proud of and that I felt my people could be proud of. In pulling it together, obviously I've always been a big fan of outer space as well. That was another thing that drew me to Omega. First watch worn on the moon. We're also worn in space, flight certified for space missions. So I wanted a name that would carry significance in outer space conversations. And to be perfectly honest, before I had done my research, the name Azimuth had stuck in my head. But unfortunately, or rather fortunately, Azimuth was taken. So in doing my research and really understanding my journey, because I did not start in jewelry. I thought that I was going to be a basketball coach, college basketball coach, Division I college basketball coach. And that was just going to be my life. And that was going to be my career. That's what I went to school for. That's what I got my master's for. I was a student manager at Syracuse for 4 years. I was an assistant coach at the high school level. for a year, won a championship there. Assistant coach at the D3 level, won a championship there. I was there for 2 years, won a championship in year one. I was a administrative assistant for men's basketball at the D1 level. Improved our win total, came close to a championship there. Before that, I'd interned in London for a professional team internationally. Just really, really had immersed myself in basketball. So walking away from that, that was the thing that a lot of my life decisions revolved around. It was kind of the sun for me. Aphelion, of course, is the point in orbit where an object is the furthest away from the sun. And honestly, I felt that I could not be further away from the sun in starting this brand. So Aphelion came about. Originally, it was going to be Aphelion Horology or Aphelion Horlogerie. It was kind of going back and forth, but then understanding where I wanted to take it, I didn't just want to stop at watches. I wanted it to be, a high maison. So Maison de Filion is where the name came from, and that's what stuck, and that's kind of where we went from there. Designing the House of Stars, which is our logo, and just really, diving headfirst into building this brand into what it will eventually be. And that's part of why I wanted to kind of open up the vault and let you all into La Maison, give you this inside look at La Maison, and give you kind of what you can expect. So we're going to really talk a lot about the behind the scenes of this brand and of building this brand, with the hopes of kind of building community and kind of bring us down to earth and demystify this process, give you real updates on kind of where we are as we head to where we're going. I believe that authenticity and relatability are key, really for any brand, but especially a brand like us. We're just starting out, but we're really punching in a luxury market with a luxury good. So I'm really excited to kind of share that inside glimpse into how we move. Looking at our brand and kind of where we are, I think to understand kind of who we are, I think it's important to understand what we're about. So the slogan for Maison de Filion is life in celestial motion. And I think that what sets us apart is that we're not afraid to take risks. Not a lot of brands are coming out the gate with a tank style watch. Not a lot of them are coming out of the gate with exotic leather straps or stone dials. Not a lot are punching in sort of the weight class that we are in terms of that like $1,000 to $5,000 market. That is honestly kind of ripe for the taking. And not a lot are coming out with a full collection at first. A lot of them are starting with one watch that they're keying in on, but we're keying in with 5 with our Pistrus collection. We are Black owned completely. By virtue of my wife, we are also woman owned, Black woman owned. And that does bring me to our leadership team. It is the 3 of us. It is myself. It is my wife, Nanji. She is the COO and president of Maison de Filion. And our CMO, Kent, who is my childhood friend and my fraternity brother. So, yo to the noobs. And I think that it was important to surround myself with people that I trust with this vision, and people who have, as I guess Liam Neeson would say, a certain set of skills that can help bring this together. So, in fact, I believe it was my wife's idea for me to start this series and give sort of that look behind the curtain, because I am generally very loath to share those kind of details. But in addition to being Black owned, we are Black centered. So we draw inspiration from nature, from jewelry, but also from Black culture, Black history. We've got collections that are in the tuck that are coming, that are named after or inspired by wonderful stories within Black history, because we do have such a rich history. I myself having roots in Alabama and South Carolina, my wife being Haitian, Kent, living in Virginia now, but being a descendant of Harriet Tubman. Um, it is such a wonderful time, especially within Black watches. You've got so many great brands. You've got Compass, you've got Spring Break, you've got Verdure, you've got Tally and Twine, you've got Benson by Marcel, and the list goes on and on. These are just to name a few. Um, so not only is it important for us to set ourselves apart from, the I guess, bigger brands that are in the market, but also from the Black owned brands that have been here a little bit longer than us, who have their dedicated fan base. And, obviously we're using our premium materials. We're using stone dials for our first collection. We're using Swiss movements. We're using sapphire crystals. We're using 316L stainless steel. We will be using gold when we actually get into gold ones, not gold plated, not gold toned. Really trying to make this a luxury line that people can be proud of and that people can aspire to as well. Um, and again, it's not just going to stop, at watches. It'll expand into jewelry. We are also getting ready to launch our first fragrance. And we're going to start with Épée de Soleil, our first men's fragrance. So look for that at the end of this month. It is April. Now, again, in the interest of being transparent, in the interest of making sure that I stay true to La Maison, true to, you, the viewer, it wouldn't be right for me to just kind of be building us up without talking about kind of where we've been, what, we've triumphed with, what our challenges have been. As you'll see, I'll see if I can make sure that you see it. I've got on Pistrus Marmore, which is the third out of the five designed, and I'm very, very proud of it. I'm proud of this collection. It's got a howlite dial, black shark skin strap, again, 316L surgical stainless steel, Swiss Ronda movement. It is quartz and a sapphire crystal. One of our biggest challenges has been fundraising, and it's been getting to that point. We do have these pre-orders, hoping to sell out of those so that we can actually launch this first collection, and also be able to cycle that money back into the brand so that we can R&D the next collection and the next collection after that, so that we have a decent catalog to be able to put out that people can view and really sink their teeth into. And that is where we need your help. So again, www.maisondefilion.com/shop and pre-order one or all of the watches. That would be a huge, huge help. We have had opportunities for fundraising that, weighing the cost, that would have cost us too much. Not in terms of capital or anything, but just in terms of our direction and in terms of costing us who we are. And one of the things that I will not do is compromise on the integrity of the brand. And I will not compromise on the incredible vision that I have for the brand that God has given me. So again, I'm very excited to build this relationship with you all. I'm very excited to bring you into La Maison so that you can feel that this is your brand, because honestly, it is. We don't exist without you. We don't exist without your investment. We don't exist without your fandom. We don't exist without your shares. We don't exist without you speaking to us. So I am committed to your experience as a part of La Maison, because we all live here. We all live here. And you play such a vital role in our journey to becoming, the preeminent name in Black horology. We are on every form of social media at Maison de Filion, all one word. And I'm very, very excited again to share more about Maison de Filion and kind of where we're going. So again, feel free to follow, to like, to share, to comment. Again, please pre-order the Pistrus collection. Episode 2, we'll be getting into main influences and inspiration. And then from there, we'll really take a deep dive in the Pistrus collection. and some other initiatives and things that have become vital and central to who we are as a brand. So again, I cannot wait to show you what we've got. I cannot wait for the day that we can launch and I can, repay you all for rocking with us for so long. So again, www.maisondefilion.com /shop. Pre-order the Pistrus collection, pre-order Epée de Soleil, pre-order all of our fragrances, and look out for the drop. Again, my name is George Alexander. I am the co-founder, CEO, chief watch designer, and chief perfumer of Maison de Filion. I am also known as the Black Horologist. This is not an episode of the Black Horologist. Look for that next week. We'll have a wonderful special guest on as well. So again, this has been Inside La Maison. My name is George Alexander. I love you all. Please continue to live life in celestial motion. Bye.